Yo guys, what's going on? LoneAzn here, back at you in a video. Sorry that I've been MIA from the channel for a few days, or probably close to a week by the time I upload this. But just things been going on, haven't had a chance to sit down and record anything. But I'm back, and today we're going to be looking at the 7th place deck from North American Intercontinental Championship, Mr. Gustavo Wada from Brazil's Ninetails deck. I've been playing a lot of this deck lately. I didn't like Ninetails initially when it came out, but I started playing this version and I'm enjoying it a lot. One second, this does not look like. Hang on, I'm gonna check something real quick. Sorry guys, there's one card in here that I don't think is supposed to be in here, so let me check it real quick. I don't think the rescue stretcher is supposed to be there. I think it's supposed to be something else. So let me take a look-see here. Huh. Oh, okay. So, oops, I need to make one change to this deck real quick. Sorry, guys. This red stretcher is not supposed to be in here. That is supposed to be a Professor Kukui. So, Kukui, there we go. Okay. Alright, so let's get into the deck. So, of course, you know, the star of the deck is a Ninetails, 210 HP, Water Pokemon Stage 1, has a Metal Weakness and Retreat Cost of 1. So immediately you have a really nice HP. 200 is kind of the number that most decks are trying to hit now, but 210 is just outside of reach of a lot of decks. Not quite impossible for a lot of decks to hit, but usually just barely outside of the reach. So you're getting two-shot by a lot of things. The only thing that you really get one-shotted by off the top of my head is Volcanic Turtonator. Turtonator can one-shot you with the 3 energy attack for 160, 190 the Choice Band, and 1 Steam Up. Greninja can't one-shot you, but they do shut down your abilities, which does hurt a little bit, but not too much. Drampa can't one-shot. Drampa cannot one-shot you. No, they can't one-shot you. Even though the Choice Band Kukui, I think Drampa only does 200. Zoark, if you don't have a band of bench, nope. Even Zoark can't one-shot you. So yeah, so this Ninetails pretty good. 210 HP is really good HP to have. The Metal Weakness is not really a huge big deal. Metagross does exist, but Metagross has dropped off a little bit in play, and the retreat cost is really nice because 1 energy retreat's pretty good. Ice Blade does for Double Colors does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so you can pick off things off the bench, which is really nice. Blizzard Edge for 2 water energy and a colorless does 160, but you have to discard 2 energy from Ninetails, so that sucks. But we do play Aqua Patch to counteract that. With the Choice Band, you can do 190, which is pretty good. If you soften up some things early in the game, you'll probably be taking one-shots. And the Ice Path GX is a really tricky GX move for your opponent to deal with, because if they don't one-shot you, they always have the possibility of you just taking the Ice Path and knocking them back out and fully healing yourself. So we play 3 copies of Ninetails along that with 4 copies of Vulpix. Vulpix, of course, is really awesome because of the beacon attack. One of the few basics that evolves that you actually use the basics attack to do something. Beacon for no energy lets you stretch your deck for 2 Pokemon and put them into your hand. So you can use Beacon to grab your Vulpixes or your Lele's to get yourself set up, and then Tapu Lele, of course, for the 1 attack ability. 2 of those. 1 Tapu Koko promo with the Flying Flip attack. Ideally, you want to try to get this out early so that you can use Flying Flip to soften up your opponent's bench and then finish them off with a Ninetails. 1 copy of Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is actually proven to be a really good card, not just to counter things that abuse Skyfield like Mega Ray, Gardevoir, with Simeon and Rainbow Road, but it also is really good against any deck that really plays Bridget, because a lot of people will start off with a Pokemon, drop down a Lele for a Bridget, and then Bridget off 3 Pokemon that their bench already at 4. So then you can play this Sudowoodo. It prevents them from playing a second Lele to grab another supporter that they need until you take a knockout. Generally just slows them down a little bit because they can't bench that 5th Pokemon. but their retreat cost is pretty does hinder you a little bit. And then of course, and then we also play a 2/2 artillery. I remember we made artillery with the abyssal hand ability. Artillery, really good card in this deck. Prevents it helps you get out of late game ends, so it makes your opponent really hard for your opponent to end you down to a low amount and try to get you stuck that way. Also, we do play a little bit of items, so it does give us that nice consistent draw source for us. We play 4 copies of Aqua Patch, of course, for because Ninetails does require you to discard 2 energy when you use the Blizzard Edge attack, so that gives you the constant source of energy and beef up your benched Ninetails. 2 copies of Field Blower to get rid of our opponent's tools and stadiums. I really like 2 copies of Field Blower. A lot of people are going down to 1, but 2 is really nice. 4 copies of Ultra Ball for because Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seekers because it's VS Seeker. 2 copies of Rough Seas. Rough Seas is really nice because it lets us heal up our Pokemon. You may be asking why you want Rough Seas when you have Ice Path GX. Kind of 2 don't really, doesn't seem like they should gel together. But you're not going to use Ice Path GX every game or every turn. I mean, so this is really nice to help keep your Ninetales a little bit resilient. 1 copy of Bridget to grab basically almost all of our Pokemon out of our deck to get ourselves set up a little bit. 1 copy of Karen is our only form of recovery. Really good for countering Vespiquen in the late game. Also, if you have a bad Sycamore, you can't play Karen later to get your stuff back into your deck. 2 copies of Lysander, because it's Lysander. 1 copy of Malo. This is a card I'm really liking in this deck because you can Malo, grab the 2 cards that you want and put on top of your deck, and then Artillery into them. Really nice. 3 copies of N for draw support and consistency. 1 copy of Kukui with a Choice Band and a Kukui. We're hitting 210 with our LoneAzn Ninetails, so it makes it so we can one shot things that we want to. Or you can use Kukui to do 70 with Ice Blade. Does come up a little bit. 3 copies of Sycamore, 3 copies of Choice Band. We're only playing 3 copies of Sycamore just because of space is a thing. 2 copies of Floatstone, really for get Artillery and our Sudowoodo out of the active. 4 DCEs and 8 basic water energy. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some games in with this deck. Now I did take this to a local tournament this afternoon, and I did get 2nd place with it. The only thing I lost to, Garb, of course, just because it's Garb, and then I also did lose to Rainbow Road. The only reason why I lost to Rainbow Road is because I got donked in the first game because I couldn't draw anything, and in the second game I just burnt myself out of resources trying to take down Xerneas and could not knock out enough of his Pokemon in time. We are fortunately going to be given a mulligan this turn, it looks like. So another mulligan? What the heck? TCG. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, well, we better get an N. Well, on top of that, we start off with a Pokemon I do not like to start out with. Starting off with the Remoraid is not exactly the business. Our opponent is going to take 3 extra cards. Starts off with a Shaman. We're going to test the 1 energy so we can retreat the Remoraid out of the active, and then we're going to end because it's the only thing we really can do. We do get a Sudowoodo. I do not know what our opponent is quite playing yet. We're gonna Ultra Ball for a Vulpix. Yeah, we're Ultra Ball for a Vulpix, so that way we can use Beacon next turn to search out our deck for anything really. Bench and then retreat this out. I'm not gonna bench Sudowoodo yet, just because I don't know what he's playing. He's playing a water deck, looks like, but I don't know what kind of water deck. Not sure if he's playing something like Lapras or a LoneAzn Ninetails, but he was playing Trainer's Mails. He grabs an N off his trainer's mail. Victini. Still not sure what he's playing. He's gonna N us. We get a Ninetails and a Bridget, as well as a double colorless, which is pretty cool. Playing Wishy-Washy, huh? And Gyarados. Oh boy. Gyarados with Aqua Patch is actually not that bad. It's not great, but it actually can flex on you a little bit if he's playing the Mega as well. We will have to definitely have to use our Blizzard Blizzard Edge to knock that out though, because of it's pretty bulky. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and bridge it. Grab ourselves a Coco and a Vulpix and a our opponent's bench is gonna get pretty filled up, so let's go ahead and drop down our own Sudowoodo. And then we're gonna retreat. We're gonna attach it. Oh, we can't even do that. Let's go ahead and evolve our Ninetails up. Do I want to try to knock this out right now? Our opponent didn't drop energy. If we do this, we can take the knockout if he retreats it, so we're gonna have to force him to Sky Return, otherwise we're taking 2 easy prizes off this Shaman. Drops down a Psyduck. Okay, I really don't know what this guy's playing. I'm just lost now. He's gonna Sycamore. Looks like he discards a Skyla and an Ultra Ball. Looks like he's just gonna give up the Shaman. I want to drop this energy onto the Ninetails, or I don't want to drop this energy on. Let's drop the energy on the Ninetails because we're gonna get ready to knock out that Gyarados, and then we're gonna end ourselves. Oh, we do get the Field Blower. No, we have one more, so we can get rid of. We can just waste it on this Spirit Link. Try to force our opponent to have another one. We can Ultra Ball away these 2 energies here and get ourselves a Octillery, not Ninetails, Octillery. That way we can draw 3 more cards. We will probably hit an energy off this or our next turn pretty easily. We're not going to play our own Rough Seas just because we can't use it and we don't want to give it to our opponent. So let's just go here, take the knockout on the Shaman, and then take 2 prizes, Ultra Ball and an Octillery. The S Seeker, what is he gonna grab off that Sycamore, or is he gonna play an N? He's gonna grab an N. Not horrible. Our hand's not that great. We were probably gonna N anyway. Our hand's not that great. What we can do though is, didn't we discard Sycamore? Yes, we did. So we can actually Sycamore. He's gonna Stormy Seas here, get 1 energy attached to his Gyarados. Oh, we're just Victini, so I guess, yeah. So now he's getting 2 energies from his deck onto his Gyarados. Well, we just gotta draw 1 energy here. We're just gonna drop these Choice Bands down onto our bench. Aqua Patch onto our Vulpix. and then we're gonna Sycamore, try to draw into a water energy here. He just scoops. I don't understand why. People don't scoop. If you scoop now on the new ladder, you don't get anything, so you really should play out all your games now instead of just scooping. Let's try again. We're against Volcanion, it looks like. Tails. Yes, we'll go first. Another Remoraid start, which does suck. We're gonna have to Sycamore this hand, I think. I don't really discarding a DCE and an Aqua Patch off the first Sycamore, but we didn't really have a choice there. Because it is possible from the Donk, because we could have Light Sander out the Volcanion. But Volcanion usually does play several switching cards in their deck, so it was not impossible for him to switch out his Volcanion EX into his baby. See, look, he discarded the Olympia, so he had a switch card. He decides to discard the Starmie, but they do play Rescue Stretcher, so our opponent is looking through their deck, probably trying to identify their prizes. Looks like they grab a Volcanion. Now, even though that we do hit Volcanion for weakness, the only attack a Blizzard Edge would knock out a Volcanion with the Choice Band, so we don't even need Choice Bands really in this deck to win this game. So we'll probably end up discarding them, to be honest. Looks like he gets a Steam Up down. Gets 2 Steam Ups, so he's gonna take the knockout on this Vulpix, which is fine. We knew the Vulpix was gonna be going down anyway. But unfortunately, he does get 2 energy down onto his EXs. We're going to go ahead here and promote this Vulpix and see what we can get going. We're going to evolve our Artillery. I don't really want to Sycamore away. An Aqua Patch without using it, because that's the second Aqua Patch we would not be using, but I think that's probably the better choice here. So let's go ahead here and drop down this Rough Seas and this Floatstone. We could Aqua Patch to Artillery, but we don't really see a point. That would just take energy out of our discard pile and put it on something that we don't necessarily want to. We need to hit, though, a Ninetails, which does not seem like we're going to be getting that Ninetails. Which does suck. We're gonna have the Beacon though. For I guess a Vulpix and a Ninetails. Maybe he doesn't have the energy, so maybe we just grab the Ninetails. Our opponent did kind of get the God start. We kind of got a pretty piss poor start. But it's not over yet. Fighting Fury Belt. Now, then there's this team. Okay, so this Vulpix is dead. Maybe I should have grabbed a Lele. How are we gonna get out of this? We could bridge it. HP going down just like that. Let's go ahead, bench our Vulpix, and let's do this. Grab ourselves a Coco and another Vulpix. we're gonna Field Blower off that Fighting Fury and that Floatstone. He doesn't have enough steam ups to knock out this Octillery, so we're gonna leave it up. Try to get ourselves a Vulpix going. He can't one-shot this Octillery. Even if he does get hit 2 steam ups, he would only be doing 80. Unless he has another Fighting Fury Belt in hand. He discarded the other Volcanion. His third, usually, and if he's playing the list, if he's playing Ryan Sablehouse's list, he only has 3. And I don't see a reason why not. His Ryan Sablehouse's list was was really nice, really good deck. Also, well, there's the Volcanion. Fighting Fury Belt. Does he have the 2 energy? Looks like he's going to Ultra Ball for a Lele for a Sycamore. And try to get his energy into his hand. He needs to hit 2 of them, though, to knock out this Octillery. Looks like he's going to Lysander out of our Vulpix. Savage. You're such a savage. Why our Vulpix? You didn't even get the steam up. What? What? So we can heal up our Vulpix. Do I have all the active? I guess so. I don't want to give our opponent cards. I want a DCE onto this Ninetails. So I guess I just Sycamore. We lose a we lose our FCs, which is not the end of the world. But we really do need to hit a DCE here. We do not hit the DCE. So let's go ahead here and attach here and here. We can do a Lele for next turn. We could end the conserve resources, but I didn't want to give our opponent any way to get that energy out. Our Field Blower is not really good here. Sycamore, he's going to be doing some damage down with that Volcanion now. Discarding those energies. We'll probably end up going for a Lysander play. Maybe. Volcanion, that Turtonator is going to be a little bit of a problem because it is going to be, it can do a pretty good chunk of damage. It's going to depend upon where he puts his energy, though. It's going to depend on what we do. Where he puts the 2 energy from these steam ups goes. Let's go ahead and Field Blower off. He can keep his Brooklet Hill, actually, because he probably does not have another another way to get out that Volcanion. Let's go ahead and Brooklet Hill. Let's see what we have left. We have 3 DCEs left. Let's not grab the Remoraid. I won't give him an easy prize. We're probably not gonna use that Octillery. Let's see if we Abyssal Hand into anything. We do get a Lysander. Go ahead and Ice Blade here onto the active Volcanion. Take the knockout on next turn. If we get a DCE, though, we are going to be taking a knockout on something else. That was a big knockout. So I need to play cards. Or I need to end. I feel like, let's go ahead and end him. Pull the end out of our deck, that way we have a better chance of hitting a DCE right here. Drop the float stone down here, that way it's another card that we don't draw. We hit the Ninetails and the DCE, which is awesome. We got a pretty piss poor start in this matchup here. Let's go ahead and retreat out of our Coco. Let's go ahead and take that extra card from our artillery. An Ultra Ball, not really going to help us here. Blizzard Edge. We have 2 DCEs left, and our deck is pretty low, so we'll just go ahead and discard the DCE. That way we want to reattach 1 energy instead of 2 from with the Aqua Patch. Karen is pretty nice, but I don't think we're going to play because we do not want to give him any way to get out that Volcanion again. They only play 1 Rescue Stretcher usually. He's going to be max Elixering here. Drops it onto the other Volcanion. Brooklet Hills. Oh my god, so he does play 4. He's going to end us down to 4. Giving himself 1 card ultimately, but putting us down to 4 is actually not a bad idea on his part. Now the question is, do I knock out the Turtonator or do I knock out the Volcanion? I'm gonna go ahead here and drop the DCE here. 160, 190. So I need to take this out because this cannot knock out. This can knock out our Vulpix. Our Ninetails, I mean. Oh, that's tricky. I don't want to ice path. If I ice path onto anything, I lose. Let's go ahead here and actually we're gonna go ahead and Sycamore. Or we could, yeah, we need a Sycamore. No, we need a Lysander. Oops. Lysander out that Turtonator here. And let's go ahead here and Abyssal Hand. Give ourselves resources here. Nothing really here useful. Let's go ahead here and Blizzard Edge, knocking out that Turtonator. Again, gonna discard that DCE because we have 1 left. Brings up the Volcanion. So 1 Steam Up will knock us out. Does he have the energy though that he needs to get it? There's that 1 card in his hand and energy. He can't Lysander stall us because we all are with the float stones, the Coco. We all our Pokemon have free retreat. Hits us for the 130. And we can just Ice Path GX for the win. So yeah, he scoops, knowing that. Alright, since that first game was pretty horrible, let's go ahead and get 1 more in. Yay, Chandelier Line. I don't even know what the supporter is for this month. This letter is, but I'm probably not gonna get it. I don't have time to sit here and play for that. I don't sit here playing this game that much in order to get that supporter. Even when it's something really good, I try to do. I don't even come close. But with the new ladder, I think I could, if I really wanted one of the floor supporters, I probably could get it now. Just because it's a little bit easier now to get to that high ranking. Not terribly easier, but easy enough. Makes it so it's not so out of reach. We start off with the Lele, which is not great. I think it's just pure colors for our opponents, so this could be actually I don't know what this would be actually. But we will find out. So we have to put up this Lele, which does suck. Oh, this is Typhlosion. Just go ahead and end. Our hand's pretty bad, but we do get the beacon. Volcano. The Sudowoodo is not going to come into play if this is Typhlosion, because neither is the Choice Band. So let's just go ahead and end our turn here, see what our opponent does now. Typhlosion is kind of tricky, because we can't one-shot it with Ice Blade. We can only one-shot it with. We have to use Blizzard Edge to knock it out. Field Blower is probably not going to come too handy this game, I won't think. But I know the Choice Band and the Sudowoodo are going to be useless. Let's just go ahead and stick more of them out. Trying to draw into other things here. We do get another Ninetails down. I mean, a Vulpix down. Sorry. So let's go ahead here and Beacon. Grab ourselves a Remoraid as well as a Ninetails. Has to manually evolve his Quilava. If he doesn't drop down another Pokemon, we're gonna win this game right next. Just the nature of Typhlosion. I would really liked it if he had a good start to showcase the matchup better. And we're just gonna go ahead and knock out the Quilava and win. Really unfortunate for our opponent there, didn't get the start that he wanted. I know he probably wanted that Talonflame start, but he only get it 50% of the time in Typhlosion. Because you do have to play 4 Cyndaquils. So that's the deck, guys. I'm going to cut the video here just because I don't want to make this video too long. That was the LoneAzn Ninetails, Mr. Gustavo, I think I think was his name. His list. I closed the window so I don't have his name in front of me. I'll leave it. Let me know what you guys think about the deck down in the comment section down below. Definitely give us a like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw today. I will be doing more deck profiles. My life is slowing down just a little bit, so I should be able to crank out these videos pretty quickly now. But till next time, guys, don't forget. Peace out. We're gonna Field Blower off his Choice Band and his Flowstone. I mean his Fillstone and his Forest here.